Welcome to the Virtual Strategic Solutions Virtual Reality Simulation System. Accessing Legacy Dataset. Files loaded. Simulation ready. The Warwick Homestead was once the Nut Island wastewater treatment plant before the bombs fell. The Warwick family settled and they began a thriving farm and a relationship with the Atom Cats. At some point before 2287, Bill Sutton and Cedric Hopton joined the farm, and Roger Warwick was replaced by a synth to start experimenting with crops. In 2287, Bill started to suspect Roger was a synth. Bill Sutton works as a foreman at the farm. According to a note in his inventory, he is a chem addict and alcoholic. Bill once had a wife, son and daughter, but they left him because he sold their Brahmin for chems and hit his daughter, nearly blinding her. Unbeknownst to Bill, his wife and children had set up a home at the Taffington boathouse, only for the entire family to be killed by blood bugs when the children disturbed their nest while searching for a pre-war cache of chems to trade for a new Brahmin. Cedric is a man employed by Roger Warwick. Bill Sutton is considering getting him to employ a mercenary to assassinate Roger, whom he suspects of being a synth. Janie asks the sole survivor if it is normal that a person can change, deep down inside, since her father stopped drinking and started working hard within a day. It later appears this is because her father was replaced by a synth by the Institute. June is the wife of Roger Warwick and mother of Wally and Janie. She helped the Atom Cats when they were starting out by donating food, and they have enjoyed a mutual relationship since. She suspects her husband is a synth, but has no evidence to support this. The youngest of the Warwicks, Wally, lives with his parents and helps with tasks around their settlement. He is frequently fighting with his older sister and complaining about her tattling to his parents about him in an attempt to get him in trouble. He is reluctant to talk to the sole survivor, but when convinced that they are trustworthy, he will share that his dad has been acting strangely lately, and Bill Sutton thinks he has been replaced by a synth. Wally can be overheard asking his dad why he never goes to sleep anymore, to which his dad says he does, and that he has never felt better. The sole survivor can also learn from Wally that Bill has given Cedric some caps and sent him to Goodneighbor in an attempt to solve the synth problem. When the sole survivor speaks with Janie, Roger's daughter, she says that her father is a lot nicer than he used to be. This change came when the human Roger Warwick was replaced with a synth built by the Institute, sometime before the sole survivor's arrival, taking over his life. Compared to the original Roger, a drunkard who barely worked on the farm, the synth is a much kinder and more hard-working individual who expresses seeming care for his family. His family attributes the change to a period of time in their near past when super mutants destroyed their crops and left them to starve, believing that the near-death situation gave him a new perspective on life. This idea works to Roger's advantage, as it helps him explain other quirks of his being a synth, such as the fact that he no longer requires sleep. When his family comments on this, he passes it off as trauma-induced insomnia. Despite being a synth infiltrator, Roger has genuinely come to care for the Warwick family as though they were his own. Roger is a key component of the Bioscience Division's Warwick Homestead initiative, a plan to test genetically modified seeds on the surface. The Institute intends to retrieve Roger and the crops following the end of their testing, and all evidence of their presence would be purged alongside the retrieval. However, this plan is not foolproof. Roger's foreman, Bill Sutton, correctly suspects that he is a synth and is attempting to convince Cedric Hopton and the other Warwicks of the truth, going as far as instructing Cedric to hire mercenaries to kill Roger. Simulation completed. Please exit the pod or have a technician select another file.